We've come a long way in gaming, especially in my day and age as a young child playing Nintendo, Sega, Super Nintendo, and PS1. In 2022, even consoles are coming out with 60 to 120 frames per second, beautiful graphics, and all the sexy bells and whistles. And you would think, with all that sexy, the games we play, specifically FPS games, at least that's the subject of this video, you would think they would be better, have more of a hold on you like early COD or Halo, but not really. Maybe it's just me and that could be it, but lately I have felt a serious disconnect with the FPS genre, and so I've decided to talk about it.
Stroopwafel. It's a goddamn cookie, man.
What up everybody, it's your favorite Dutch cookie, and today we're going to be asking a serious question. Are FPS games dying, and are there any games coming in the future that may save it? As always, if you guys like this video, hit the like, say hello, sub, something, and of course hit the bell to stay notified on that sweet content. So as it stands right now, there are a handful of popular FPS games: Apex Legends, COD Warzone, Halo, Valorant, Fortnite, and I guess we can throw in Splitgate. And yes, these games are fun, but they've also become beyond frustrating to play. From lack of content, the new $20 cosmetic packs that come out every other day, excluding Valorant, because Valorant packs be like $100 for some shit, but I digress. The bugs, the glitches, the hackers, and a bunch of other shit I could rattle off about, but you guys get it. Now, I don't know what has happened, but I find myself barely able to play like 4 or 5 games of Apex in a sitting. When it first released, I would play till the wee hours of the morning, bruh. Sleep 4 hours, go to work, come home, and be right back on it going ham, straight up ignoring my girl, giving her some of this D, and then getting straight to my PS4, you feel me? And now, I feel like the experience is so far from what I remember. When I open the game, I find myself sitting for like 5 minutes debating if I even want to play the goddamn thing. And I'm not trying to pick on Apex, because it's like this with all these games. Warzone is literally dying as we speak. Valorant holds me for maybe 1 unrated match and I'm usually out. Fortnite, maybe 2 games, and then I'm usually back to watching some anime or some shit. Currently I'm watching Comey Can't Communicate. It's pretty good. Anyways, there has been a shift in the dynamic when it comes to FPS. And the smaller games coming out trying to stamp themselves a place on the land usually die out in a non-blaze of glory, i.e. Code 2040, Don't Even Think, Islands of Nine, and many more. I'm curious to hear, what do you guys think has caused this huge decline in the FPS genre? Or do you think I'm wrong? Do you think the FPS genre is thriving right now? In any case, I want to hear, so let me know in the comments below. Now, as far as the future goes, there are a couple of games I've seen that may reignite the FPS genre. Super People, though extremely similar to PUBG, I mean, let's be honest, it's almost like a PUBG fucking clone. It actually has risen to popularity, and I've played it, and I thought it was damn fun. It looked good, had cool abilities, good guns, and pretty decent audio. The devs have been doing their best to improve from playtest to playtest, so I think this one will hold its own when it fully releases. Synced Off Planet is another game I think will be popular when it fully releases. The game is in a closed playtest right now as of this video, but it's under NDA, so I have no real in-game footage, but I have been playing for the last couple of days, and it's honestly all I've been playing. It has a really good PvE experience. I mean, it actually is pretty damn challenging. And the PvP experience is also really fun. You also have cool abilities in this game, and there's these things called nanos that you can sync to, and you use them as AI partners who beat the fuck out of other AI and also players, and it's a good time. Not to mention the graphics are nice, the guns and audio is pretty solid, and overall it's a genuinely fun time. I highly recommend adding it to your wish list. Gundam Evolution is a game I miss already. Now, this game also had a playtest recently, and I had an incredible time playing. It has a feeling of mechs meet Overwatch, but it really does work in this game. The game has a decent selection of Gundams, pretty sure that's what they're called, but there were only like 3 playable maps, I believe, and for me, they all really lacked in presentation. I think that was my biggest problem with this game. The design of the maps I enjoyed, but they just felt empty, like test maps that still needed to have its textures and other decor objects implemented to kind of finish it up. Again though, with it being an early playtest, they have the time to work on this, and if they do, I believe Gundam Evolution will be loved by anybody, but specifically to, I'd say, Overwatch players. Like if you really like Overwatch and you still play now like I do, I really think Gundam is going to be a game for you. Now, the day before is a game I was actually really cautious about mentioning just because there was a lot of doubt with this game in its early stages. The devs of this game have never really worked on a project this massive and ambitious. However, they did say the game will be coming out this year in June, so we will see. I will admit the gameplay that they have shown looks like this game could be really dope if that's actual real gameplay. I mean, who knows, we'll find out. But anyways, it's a survival PvPvE experience, but the whole map isn't some giant forest, which I'm so happy about. I'm so tired of survival and battle royale games being based in big ass open. Can we just get like a full New York City size, like triple the size of New York City, all dystopian, fucked up build? Anyways, I'm breaking up. But yeah, it's not just a giant forest. There is dilapidated city blocks, the forest areas, rural towns, farms, all kinds of shit. The gunplay looks pretty decent, but again, I have hopes for this one, but it's just not enough information to talk about it in detail, so I can't really say if I believe. I don't know, man. I guess, to be honest, we're just gonna have to wait and see. My hopes is that it actually turns out and looks the way that they've showcased, and hopefully it plays that way too, so fingers crossed on that one. Now, before we go, I want to put in a couple honorable mentions. You know, I feel like that's important. And those would be the Cycle Frontier, Blood Hunt, Rip Out, and The Machines Arena. These are all games that I think are pretty dope. Some of them I'm not a big fan of. I gotta be honest, Blood Hunt isn't really one for me personally, but I do see why people enjoy it, so I'm not knocking it. Anyways, I'm certain there are more games coming. Some I didn't mention that I know are coming, and other games that will be announced over the course of the year. And I hope these are games that are worth playing. No more knockoff bad graphic PUBG clones, bro, please. Let's take the time to make some good games again and bring the FPS genre back to life. All right, I'm out.
Stroop, 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 that nigga garbage.